feel like the response has been like someone's passed away. Yeah. All the text messages just checking in. Are you okay? How you feeling? I'm like, fine. Just the most wonderful night. It was the most wonderful occasion. I actually thought the fight was over at the end of the second round, just holding on for dear life.
For those who may not be familiar, Eddie Hearn is a well-known promoter in the boxing world, heading Matchroom Boxing, which has become one of the leading boxing promotion companies globally.
Matchroom is a family business built out of passion for live sport, built out of the fundamentals of sport, for competition, for legacy, for greatness, for putting a smile on people's face.
Under Hearn's leadership, Matchroom has signed some of the biggest names in the sport, hosted massive events worldwide, and established itself as a dominant force in modern boxing. However, 2024 has been a challenging year for the company, with a string of 15 major losses, which has sparked criticism and doubts about the company's direction. This unfortunate streak has put pressure on Hearn and his team to address what went wrong and how they can bounce back.
Caught him. Oh my God! Lord have mercy! Oh Jesus! Oh Lord!
Dropping it like it's hot, baby! Holy God up!
Lead me on.
Recently announced that he would be ending his partnership with Matchroom Boxing. This decision came as a shock to many, as it wasn't just about one or two bad fights. It was about the bigger picture of how Matchroom was being run.
Eddie Hearn is considered a joke. Ask any promoter.
First, let's start with Eddie Hearn. Am I just imagining that 14 of your main event fighters all lost this year?
When Oscar says I haven't built anything in the or haven't got any fighters, I mean, if I want to reel off Shakur Stevenson, Jaron Ennis.
Here's a look at all 14 fighters.
Eddie Hearn is a joke. The Zone gave him over $1 billion to crack the U.S. market, and all he's done is piss the money away.
Bob's a legend of the sport. The geezer's 93 years old.
To better understand the impact of this split, let's talk about who Turki Al-Sheikh is. He's not just a casual figure in the boxing world. Al-Sheikh is the head of the General Entertainment Authority in Saudi Arabia and has been a significant investor in bringing major sports events, including boxing, to the region. His influence has helped shape the modern sports landscape in Saudi Arabia, turning the country into a hub for big-time boxing and MMA events.
First of all, I thank Dana. I am shocked. I know the UFC here have a lot of fans. Think there is a lot of fans like this. 12,000 until 1 a.m. And now I am asking Dana to the next card. We want to make it 30,000 here.
Wow.
We are waiting. And we want women also in the next fight.
With his backing, some of the most high-profile fights have been hosted in Saudi Arabia, including the highly publicized bouts featuring Anthony Joshua. Al-Sheikh's investment and support for Matchroom Boxing had been crucial for the promotion's expansion into the Middle East. Therefore, his decision to walk away from the partnership signals not just a business separation, but potentially a major shift in where top boxing events may be staged in the future. The big question is, what exactly caused this fallout? While the 15 losses that Matchroom fighters suffered in 2024 certainly didn't help, there's more to the story. Insiders suggest that Al-Sheikh's decision wasn't solely based on the losses themselves, but rather his dissatisfaction with the types of fights being made and the overall direction of Matchroom's promotional strategy. It's worth noting that after a recent fight involving Dmitry Bivol, Al-Sheikh appeared increasingly frustrated with the outcomes.
Потому что карма настигла Бивола. Иди к своей мормале. Вот мое истинное лицо. Нет, честно, иди к нормальнихе. Я была права. Карма настигла своего засранца. Артур, я рад за тебя. Вперед.
I feel empty emotionally now. I went to the ring only to win this fight, but I don't have my balls.
Your promoter and your team are obviously very upset on your behalf.
From my side, I'm trying to do everything perfect, everything amazing, but I didn't.
While Hearn has long been regarded as a savvy promoter who knows how to sell fights and put on big shows, some of his recent decisions may not have aligned with what Al-Sheikh envisioned for the sport, particularly when it came to elevating boxing in the Middle East. In a statement on social media, Alshik made it clear that he would be seeking other opportunities, hinting that he would be working with other promoters such as Frank Warren and Oscar De La Hoya. This move suggests a deliberate strategy to align with promoters who can potentially offer him and his fighters the types of matchups that would appeal to a global audience.
Found relationship as well. How did that all come about to get all three of you guys in the same room, making Riyadh the home of boxing?
Yeah, that was His Excellency's vision. Myself and Frank Warren, we were rivals for 16 years. He just come and banged our heads together and said, look, stop this. Let's just make great fights. Yeah. It was a big opportunity for our company and our fighters, and we sort of went, okay, shake on it.
In the 70s and the beginning of the 80s, the sport #1 in the world was boxing.
Yeah.
Now, I am very sad. There is a lot of reason. Some of it, there is not a lot of fighters as a charismatic and character now. There is a lot of problem of the promoter. They doesn't want to do the strongest fight because it costs a lot. So many problems, you know. And also, and you need to catch the youngest generation now.
Yeah.
You need to have good poster, good music, good show, similar to what UFC now doing.
Yeah.
They do it right because they are company, and they are all the only company. For that, we are coming with new strategy and new idea, new vision, with supporting of the vision of 2030 in our country.
Not only is Turkey for the fighters, but he for the fans that want to watch the fighters. You know, so the money is nothing to them. They got the money.
Yeah.
They doing this for y'all.
Yeah. Eddie Hearn, for his part, has maintained that these losses are just part of the sport, where anything can happen. In interviews, he has pointed out that even top fighters have off nights, and that Matchroom will continue to put on big events and sign top talent. However, with a high-profile investor and partner like Alshik deciding to part ways, it adds pressure on Hearn to rethink his promotional strategies going forward. So, what's next for Turki Al-Alshik now that he's left Matchroom? It appears that he is already making moves to partner with other major players in the boxing world. He recently announced plans to collaborate with Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, and possibly Frank Warren's Queensberry Promotions as well. One of the first projects on the agenda is an event called Latinos Night, which will take place during Riyadh season in Saudi Arabia. Riyadh season is an annual sports and entertainment festival that has rapidly gained global recognition. This event, which Alshik promised would be free to watch on various TV networks and streaming platforms, is already generating buzz for its potential to draw a massive audience and showcase top-tier boxing talent. By offering this event for free, Alshik is clearly aiming to make a statement about accessibility and giving back to the fans.